Yo, hey, it's been a year since my last vlog session, so it's about time to do a new one. This time I wanted to be talking a little bit about inspiration and what inspiration is and what it's not necessarily. Every now and then, with my musical colleagues, I find myself saying that inspiration is for amateurs and the rest just go to work. I don't know who came up with that saying. You could probably find it online. But what does it mean that inspiration is for amateurs and the rest just go to work? Well, I think what it means that you have a certain mind state, let's say a professional mind state towards working on whatever it is that you create. Maybe it's music, maybe you paint, maybe you write. But the thing is, it takes this sort of dedication to be inspired and have the drive to be working towards something. So, what inspiration is not, in my opinion, is it's not just, it doesn't happen the way that you just wake up on this very ideal Sunday when you've had a very optimal sleep and you're well rested and have no trouble in life or any worries, and then inspiration falls down on you in these golden little flakes of inspiration and you hear the sirens sing and shit. That is not inspiration in my book. I'm trying to subscribe more to the professional way. And professional, I mean that I want and I need to get work done. So those who subscribe to that way of thinking, they usually get more stuff done because they don't wait for inspiration to just happen. Because I think that inspiration seldom just happens and comes to you. My point is rather that to me, inspiration is like a flower that you have to water. Like you have to put some work in to make things happen. And lack of goal is one of those things that might leave you pretty uninspired. And every time I hear somebody say something along the lines of, well, I haven't been inspired. I haven't turned on any of my music gear for a month and a half. I always feel like, dude, you just defined and told me why you have not been inspired. It does not necessarily work that way. It's not like, I won't try and I'll just wait for inspiration to happen. It's not really necessarily that way. I'm not saying that taking a break from what you do won't reinvigorate you, because it will. But you probably know what I mean by this point. But I mean, for some people, it's being inspired. It might have to do with unrealistic expectations and misconceptions. And my point here is that it's like inspiration is partly, it's a dedicated mind state that makes you work towards a goal. And to me, a very, very important part about it is this doodling. Doodle a lot. That will bring inspiration. And what I mean is this: do not always think all the time that you have to be working towards a song, or you don't have to wake up and feel like, man, I have to write a song today. Instead, just play with ideas and different whatever. Like if you make music, just play with sounds and listen to music and sample stuff. And soon enough, you will be feeling like, this could become something. Like how I usually start my songs is I never ever think that I have to make a song. Literally, I just start with some sound, or I loop a pad pretty often, and that sort of creates some atmosphere that I can relate to. And I just build things, and at some point, I either just trash it, or I feel that, this could become a song. So my point is, don't always sort of force yourself into this creation mode where you have this goal. I mean, of course you have the goal, but don't always think about it, because that may be a little frustrating. But do a lot of active work. And one last thing, this is kind of obvious, but you have to also leave your place of creation. Like this space, this is I do mixing and mastering as my job. It happens in this space, and I have this music gear here, but it's like I have to leave this place pretty much daily after work if I want to make music later on. I also have this other space where I have some other music gear. But it's like if I look at it every day, it doesn't necessarily inspire me. So I have to take a break. I just go and ride my bike and go for a walk, get some fresh air, and do things that have nothing to do with music. And usually it makes me pretty hungry for music. And use a notepad. If I get stuck with a song, I usually I think your subconscious is always working on the problem. So when I ride my bike, or go for a walk, I may get this sort of idea that, that's how I'm gonna proceed with the song. So use a notepad and write those things down. So, yeah, my point is that the bottom line is that I don't think inspiration is just something that comes to you automatically without you putting any work in. So it's like a flower that you gotta water. So do not expect inspiration just to happen if you don't actually care about your inspiration. That's what brings inspiration to you. So let me know how you feel and what works for you. Thanks.